podcast. What is up, y'all? It's me, Tasha C. And in this particular podcast, if you're listening or you're just listening in a video format on my YouTube page, y'all, it is Tasha C TV. And this is day 59. What is this? December the 5th, 2019, y'all. I didn't want to say November again. Of my 365 video journey. If you are listening to my podcast, which I also, is through the main, distributor, it's through Speaker, and that's also what I'm using recording through my phone through the Speaker Creative Studio app. Just to let y'all know in advance, if y'all hear any clicks or noises, whatever, it is not coming from y'all phones, or wherever else y'all listening, listening to my podcast from. And shout out, like I said, to my YouTube fam and my podcast fam that are listening, supporting my videos and my journey, video journey. If y'all listening, like I said, if y'all listening, and even if y'all listen in the future, I thank y'all and appreciate y'all in advance. Now, today is one of those days where I didn't have topics in hand. Like I said, sometimes it's random, and sometimes I'll be like, oh, okay, I got something. So y'all, if you want to hear a bunch of random stuff or what I talk about, y'all are at the right place. Now, first I wanted to talk about real quick is if y'all are following people on Instagram, there are, like artists and stuff, with genre, different music. Like I seen the artists, they starting to post up, some of the artists that I follow, musicians, that they're starting to post where they've been streamed on, Spotify. Now, that's also, y'all, might put a plug in. That's one of the other platforms, if y'all listening to my podcast that I have, have my podcast on there as well. So for the Spotify artists, they're starting to show, it's a lot of them today are showing, shows how many times it's been streamed, downloaded members, all this other stuff, that type of information. I got Rhapsody, I hope I'm saying her name right, a phenomenal underrated rapper, okay. You got Lizzo, which she more so, she still raps, but she's more so, she sings more so she raps. Everybody from Black the singer to Travis Garland, I started following YBM Corday. He got his up. I don't know if Wale had his up or not. But it's just a lot of people who are, starting to have their, thanking their fans, and it's showing how many times they were, downloaded or streamed. Mario, the single Mario, not Mario, Mario. Okay. Isn't it Mario instead of Mario, the singer? He don't just have a Mario, it's Mario instead. I don't know. I don't want to mess with the man's name up. But anyway, so there's a lot of artists that are starting to do that. I just seen, before I got on here, y'all, I want to bring up that actually, if y'all have read about the case of the Generated 5, which is Central Park 5, which I've talked about, months ago it was right at the beginning when I started this anticipated year project that I'm trying to do with my video, my 365 video project about why I would not watch I do not want to watch the series when they see us, because that will make me too, aggravated, it'll just be too heartbreaking. Even though we know these men have survived physically, it's just mentally what they went through, and they still could be going through certain stuff. They childhood, it's a long story. It's just too much. So what I'm saying is that one of the Generated 5 name that's Raymond Santana, I just seen on thing now, it has been saved for past couple, him and Delicious. And if y'all don't know who Delicious is, I never met Delicious, whatever. She's from here, she's from Detroit, Michigan, she's from the area, but I have never, I have never, but if y'all remember the show, one of the first classics of, reality TV, Flavor of Love, which is like a dating reality show with Flavor Flav, which is from legendary group of Public Enemy, if y'all remember that, that group. Um, he was finding love, and it was kind of like the second spinoff, because originally Flavor Flav was on a show called Surreal Life, and I think her name was Brenda, whatever, and I forgot. I think she used to go with Sylvester Stallone, or she was married to him one time, whatever. But she was this tall, 6 foot woman, whatever. Because then they got a spinoff because they in a flirt and they got together. So it was like Favorite Love went to where, because she was living in Germany at the time. I think she was from the United States, but she ended up, being in Germany, something like that, whatever. Because I know she had 4 sons, I think, and something, and she was divorced. But I mean, now I think she's married again, or at least in a long-term relationship with a guy. She is her first daughter and her 5th child, whatever, what I've heard. But anyway, Bridget was like, it's not gonna work. I think that's what her name was. And I mean, like I said, y'all look it up. I'm just in case, if y'all wonder like who these people are. So then the second spinoff is they gave Flavors of his own dating show. And so Delicious was actually, this is interesting enough. I think it was 3 seasons of Fable of Love, but I think it kind of fell off really after the 3rd season, I think. And the first 2 people who won, even though New York was, like stand out, and now Tiffany Pollard, one of the characters stand out who was with, she, like I said, she had stood out as well and even got her own spinoff, okay? And she got 2 spinoff because she had her own love show a couple seasons, and then when the guy she's picked up, then it was like her own spinoff show, and now she's doing like breakfast or brunch with Tiffany's, and she's been on a couple of reality shows coming up with. So she, like I said, Timothy Pollard, she is like, you went from reality TV, she was Legend Game as well. And so in terms of Delicious is the season 2 winner. Hoops, it was the first winner. Both of them, like I said, are from the Detroit area. And like I said, so Delicious, actually Delicious is actually a great singer. I know she had a couple of songs, but I don't know if she ever had made an album or anything like that. And she's been doing radio and doing other stuff as well, because she came back to Michigan, I think, a couple years ago. I don't think she lives in Michigan anymore, because I know Raven has moved out of state, but I just seen on the thing, like I said, Raymond Santana. They've been going out for a couple months, or I've been seeing posts recently since last month or a couple times, and now they got on one of the sites that they just showed the 2 video clips. Now they're engaged, so congrats to them. So up on that, what else did I see? So other than other news, I mean, there's a couple of things that happened as usual. I forgot to mention a couple days ago, because like I said, I mean, it's 10:45 now, but at least I'm not late. You know what I mean? Like where it's like 11:30 or it's pushing time. So, I might be able to slide a couple extra minutes in there. I forgot to mention that again, we did not have to worry about the estate sale. So I won't know, honestly, y'all, until either tomorrow, which is, of course, which is Friday, or Saturday, whatever, if the estate sale is just for one weekend, or they come back, because, like I said, it varies, so, but it's just good that it's at least back to where it was. We ain't got people all around and all this stuff, parking when they ain't supposed to be parking, all this stuff, like we on a busy ass street or something, or whatever. Also, I wanted to point out, y'all, if y'all watch Black Ink Chicago, I don't plan, I mean, I actually used to review it, but I didn't review, like, the whole season. I kind of reviewed, like, some of the episodes towards the end. Last time I reviewed was the last time when Kat was on there. Okay. So, yeah, when I mean, it's a minute. So, I have not been reviewing that show, just like I have a ruling the original Black Ink. So anyways, I didn't know, like, how Van was one of the main characters. I'm saying characters like not real, but some of the stuff is questionable, like one of the main, people in the cast. And I noticed that he ain't on there no more, and Lily's gone. Okay, anyways, like I said, so they got this new character. So I don't know. I'm not. I may watch the show, but it might be one of those things again where I'm just listening to views because I'm about to watch Ashley Mills' review afterwards. I was actually in the middle of watching Bonnie Blue's review of the show. I guess it was a 2 hour, special premiere or whatever. Excuse me. I just, like I said, I was like, well, when I looked at the time, and that's why I paused it and just would go back to it because I was looking like, wait a minute, now it's like 10 p.m., blah, 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 I got everything done I was going to do for today, but, I didn't have that together. Like I said, I think this one is going to be shorter, but yesterday I talked about, one of the black movies that had came out, during the era where it was like, just like it was a lot of TV shows that came out around that time, or in between the late 90s, early 2000s. You had a lot of black TV shows. You had a lot of black movies that came out. And I was thinking about the ones top of my head. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't remember that one, or I didn't remember seeing that one. Ones that probably I should have known. But like I said, I confess. No, I don't have to confess. I did see Minister Society. I did see Dead Presidents, but it's a movie I can never see again because we all know how it ends. But just with the, I had to close my eyes because half of parts of it was dealing with post-Damascus restore, but coming from people like in the Vietnam and seeing certain imagery. It was like, for a second, it was a couple scenes that made it seem to a damn horror film, to me personally, okay? But it still was a classic film, but I'm like, I seen it once, okay. So, like I said, oh yeah, I forgot y'all to mention that Queen Latifah film, what I said with LL Cool J was The Last Holiday. I think that's what it was. Now, one movie I want to talk about that actually, well, I think the best, The Wood, even though I don't see like reruns of the show, it still seemed like, okay, I did see The Wood, y'all, okay. I wouldn't bring up this movie, come to think about it, that was popular, what I seen, but to me, it seemed like, do they even run movie reruns? Or maybe because I don't like watch TV like that. What about the movie The Brothers? Now, of course, like I said, I seen Best Man, the first one. I said bits and pieces, but I have not seen Best Man Holiday in total. Like I said, I seen the movie The Brothers, and when it was in films, but I noticed that nobody had brought that up. You know what I mean? It seemed like once it came out, to me personally, I didn't really see like it, have longevity where you see like reruns stuff like that. I even seen on TV a couple times, at least once. Of course, not watching again. I seen the Def Jam movie How to Be a Player. That was even like at least on TV or something. But honestly, I don't recall the movie The Brothers. And y'all go Google that because I know Bill Bellamy played in that. I think D.L. Hughley was in that too. And it was a movie called The Brothers. And it's about four brothers, and it's supposed to be like a romantic comedy drama. Just like, I think, but they, even the movie Brown Sugar, they actually played on TV and BET and showed a rerun, whatever. And so, yeah, it's supposed to be black men to take on love, sex, friendships, and stuff, blah, blah, blah. But I don't remember them showing reruns, or even, even on the premium, the premium channels, them showing The Brothers. Like I said, it was Morris Chestnut, Shamar Moore, Bill Bellamy, D.L. Hughley. Okay, so, like I said, they really, that came out like around the time, Two could play that game. I have to admit that, y'all, even though I seen the ending in bits pieces, I never seen the whole movie Two Can Play That Game. I think I seen like a couple seconds of, the so-called sequel or spinoff. I never seen the movie Two Can Play That Game. I seen Deliver Us from Eva. I never seen, because I'm looking, because I got Wikipedia right now, like the searches, whatever, and it got people always say search for. I seen only like one little part of Breaking All the Rules. Never seen that. Okay. Oh, they talking about mixing Nina. I never seen that. Okay, I didn't see 90s Are Broken. I did see Booty Call. Okay. I never seen The Bow Breaks. I seen Daddy's Little Girls. Okay. I seen Think Like a Man. I seen bits and pieces, but I never seen the full movie of Good Deeds. That's starting like that's more recent. I never seen the whole movie The Perfect Guy. I don't know how it ended. I seen Boys in the Hood. Um, this look like a straight movie. What Loves Eden? It's got a Cuban Gooding Jr. in here. I don't know what this. Okay, it's just like they make suggestions, and I just had clicked on it just to see some of the movies. I haven't even seen. I said bits and pieces. And they got like Mike in here on there too with Bow Wow. I forgot the young man that played his little friend. Didn't see that. I didn't see The Perfect Holiday neither. No. Okay, I didn't see Best Buy. Okay. Like I said. Now, also since we talking about movies, like I said, I want to bring up real quick, and I probably have brought this up before. Waiting to Exhale, to me, when I seen the movie, was very disappointing. I mean, to a certain extent, and here's why. If y'all read the Taylor Limit books, and I don't want to tell y'all again, like, the book she reads, the last book I read was of hers was like A Day and a Dollar Short. They also made a movie about that too, that I watched it. And it was actually not as, I'm not going to say not as dark or as sad as some of the details if y'all actually read the book. Okay. What they need to do is, like I said, make Fly Girl and like I said, and the Fly Swinner stuff into a film. Okay, those type of stories or miniseries or something. Netflix, somebody. If they don't put it in the theaters. Because if you read the book, actually, it makes the man more positive. I could have sworn I did this in the beginning. I'm just rambling again about it. But I know there was a sequel, y'all, and to be honest with y'all, based on the reviews, it was not good. One book, you don't gotta have me worried about to see, just to see how it's in book form, because the most saddest ass thing is that damn Precious movie. I did see that damn depressing ass stuff, which is supposed to be based on the book Push, and that was jacked up. And I heard when I seen and read the reviews of the so-called sequel. Sorry, that's me quickly. Push. That was too much, and I was like, I refuse to read either one of them. Okay, even though it seemed like the end of Push was supposed to be just like the movie, where it was kind of a better ending, but no. But y'all, again, what movie? Like I said, it hasn't been. I haven't read. Now I've seen bits and pieces, but I've seen the ending and beginning of Stella Gulliver, but I didn't watch the whole movie through. And again, I'm probably saying this again, that I have not seen read the book. I don't know. Like I said, I want to turn this into a book, whatever. But I'm wondering, y'all, what is one of y'all favorite classic, romantic com movies and stuff like that? Or what is a book that you wish that they will make into a movie, or you wish they didn't? I know I'm repeating this again. But y'all, just to bring this up real quick, I know I'm jumping back and forth, but I was talking about yesterday in my podcast. I was talking about Brown Sugar a little bit. And again, here's the thing where it's like, it's a beautiful little, and they show reruns of that. Like I said, y'all, Brothers seemed to be a mystery, or maybe I missed it when they had a repeat. They even had on TV, on BET, or one of those TV1 channels, South Central. Now that's a movie I seen on videotape. Go watch that. Okay. I haven't seen Soul Girls. Okay, next. What else? I mean, as you see, a lot of films that I've seen that, were out. It seemed like I watched a lot of movies in the late 90s, early 2000s. But like I said, y'all, the show Food had a great soundtrack and so forth. And, but when I seen the movie to a certain point, it was good, but it was kind of overhyped. I hope I don't get people mad by saying that. Okay, next. Anyways, like I said, going back to Brown Sugar, again, you had a thing where you had a beautiful story, and Sam and Nathan was, again, a childhood friend of a boy, and they're cool, whatever, and they, discovered they love, in this case, spoiler, they love hip-hop and every darn thing. She's like, I'm not going to give a spoiler review, nothing like that, because I don't even damn remember. It ain't like I just seen it a second ago. But basically, they both go to careers that have to do with a connection with hip hop. What is his name? What I can't. Tay Diggs, Tay's character ends up being engaged to a woman. And I don't know why I can't think of people's names. I'm just forgetting people's names. But anyways, they end up realizing as adults again, and this is after either he's engaged or married, he ends up sleeping with his best friend, which is Santa Lathan's character. And then at the end, basically, I think Tay leaves his job to start his own label because they're trying to push off this group where you got this watered down, I don't know, like, if y'all seen the movie, now I did see the movie Malibu Most Wanted, and kind of trying to give like Malibu Most Wanted or a culture appropriation situation there, or culture vulture situation with this group, okay, that they tried to do, and that was his last straw. And so yeah, Nicole Ari Parker was who he was engaged to, and he ends up marrying, and she ended up having an affair afterwards. But he, like I said, he ends up having an affair first, or whatever, and falls in love with his best friend, and in the end, make sure that shorts, they end up getting together and stuff. But I think they gave him nominated for awards. Like I said, it was like a good story, but again, it's like, yeah, there's no such as perfect love stories, but I'm like, this is, why? I don't know, that's just personal to me. Like, they could have got together when they were both single. Not when somebody's completely whole engaged in a relationship or is married. Because I think Sarah May's character, she ended up getting engaged to a guy and going with a proposal and stuff. And then I think actually that was Boris, actually Nicole Parker's husband and the actor as well, Boris. Played her Santa Lathan's husband, whatever. Also too, y'all, I did not see, and when I read the reviews, by the time they made the movie Napoli Ever After, it seemed like it was outdated. And those were books, I wanted to read that series. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, my Frugal Tail is trying to see if I can get, like, the books, get, like, the library request, like, can they get some of the books, whatever, because I was trying to, see if I could do that instead of, like, getting the books myself, because the most they'll have is Never After, but it's, like, at least 5 or 6 books in that series. And I did want to read the series, so the reality is that when I stack and save and get some coins, if I want the books, I'll just give myself. Because, y'all, I'll probably repeat this more than once. I personally like now either audiobooks or the physical form of a book. Now, yes, it's convenience, and now unless I have a tablet or something. Now, there has been times I have read books on my tablet, and I even had a couple of my textbooks that were online, but not like the major books, like the second book, whatever, stuff that, I ain't got to read and go through all stuff. No, my last semester, my last class that I took in grad school, I just had the book online, how the way it was set up, and it was easy, easy that way. But, I just like how I can paperclip, I can highlight, and can physically open up a book. And sometimes, occasionally, if I have a book, and I might have the audiobook to, like, read along with it at the most. But I realize it's okay. Some books, the only way you're going to get them, y'all, is if you get a digital format. That's it. You get it on Kindle, 9 times out of 10. I don't think nobody really goes to Barnes & Nobles that much. I mean, they do, but if you're going to get books, as far as, like, say, if you got books, you want some, 9 times out of 10, they're going to be, it seems like they'll point you to Amazon. Get your book in Amazon, so you get on your Kindle, whatever, okay? So, I don't know. But that's just my preference. But if I have no choice and I want to read them in the future, then if I can only get in digital format, then that's it. Okay, but I may try to get those books if I want the Napoli series and get it in that format. I also wanted to read y'all, but I heard like it was one of those series. I had actually heard about that series about 7 to 8 years ago, like just scoring for books, but it's like a series I heard about but didn't hear about. You know, The Black Girl Lost, not A Black Girl Lost by Donald Gorns, but it's another writer that wrote Black Girl Lost, and it was about 5 books, and then it's like spin-offs of the men of the books of Black Girl Lost and stuff like that. And I think it's like the early 1900s. I forgot what that book is, but I've seen it like on some pages, like African American authors or something like that, some books, whatever. I also wanted to read Big Little Lies. And you know, y'all, when that series came out, I didn't know the series came out until I started seeing YouTubers talk about it when the new season came out, y'all. And again, it was one of those series that was too damn good. Again, one of those curves, like, you got to make it past season 3, you know, because don't get, you know, I seen the other day on Watch Mojo, sorry, y'all, that's an email notification, about series that got canceled, good series that got canceled, and, and that's, again, reminded me of a topic where I talked about recently, about how these good shows get canceled, and, they don't go past season 3, so, but Big Little Lies, I still want to read that book and a couple of the books that that same author has had. And the first series of Big Little Lies was very entertaining. I'm glad I watched it. But I had that feeling a little bit with the second season. I waited until I watched some people reviews on those. First I was going to review it. But then, I had to stroll around because the same people who reviewed the first season didn't review the second season. And better yet, the creative writer or the director of the first season left. There was a bunch of controversy and stuff on that shit. That could have been actually a book basically for what's going on with that. And then when I did, was able to find people who did review the second season, I was like, I'm glad I just watched the first season and I'm just reading the book. Because it was originally supposed to be a limited series anyway. It was only supposed to be one season, but it was so good that it ended up that they thought they were going to try again, and now we don't even know it's returning. Shoot, David Makes Men has a better chance of returning. I mean, I heard what from El Toad, he was saying, like they said it was going to come back. But, as far as, I forgot another series they said that we didn't know they were coming back or not, or it was kind of somewhat up in the air as well. I'll probably think about it. But I could have sworn it was something else where it was good and you didn't know, and it was a recent show that you didn't know whether it was coming back or not. But anyways, other than that, I am surprised that, not surprised, but that shows how time flies. That tomorrow will be day 60, and 9 times out of 10 it's going to be a podcast. Like I said, y'all, I know I'm trying to make my goal and start to go back to doing reviews and doing more, videos of my podcast instead of videos instead of doing the podcast on my video series and so forth. And I know I keep saying that, but that shows like time has how it flies. Because, I just thought about it, it's already going to be day 60 already. And, when I started this, it was actually October the 8th when I started this series. But I did a couple of podcasts prior to then, like starting in August. And then I, like halfway through September, it kind of slowed down because my bronchitis and asthma was flaring up. And so I had to slow down. So now it's about to be next year. Winter officially starting. And season. And, autumn holidays. So the realization is just like, wow. So in a minute, if it's about to be winter, then it'll be spring, and then it'll be summer. I mean, not that fast, but you know what I mean, y'all. I don't understand, it seems like I yawn, even when I'm not sleepy. Because, I did have a nap earlier, but, go figure. But anyway, I think I'm going to get off here. Sorry, y'all, if seem like I'm pausing. But I forgot to take my medicine yet because I have acid reflux. So a lot of times, y'all, if y'all ever watch my YouTube channel, and if I don't take them sometimes, because I've been taking them for a couple years now, but sometimes I do be slipping and don't go and take it. That's why a lot of times I like hide my hand over my mouth, or sometimes where I'm pausing talking or slowing down talking is because my body, of course, is trying to belch, burp, whatever. And I don't want to be doing that on screen or talking, so I'm like, well, you know what? I didn't take my acid reflux medicine before I got on here, so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do the best I can, but I noticed I was pausing a little too much. And y'all, even though y'all cannot see my face, I'm still doing the same thing as if y'all can see me, which is putting my hand over my mouth. So y'all won't possibly hear me burp. I don't know what I'm going to title or put in the description of it because I kind of rant and jump. Unless I talk about a couple, the black, more, late 90s movies or something. Or, rant about, why was the Brothers movie not talked about as much. And more about books or something, Because like I said, I usually be all over the place anyway, y'all. I don't have like a thing I stick to. But anyways, y'all, we got one more day. I forgot. Some people don't say Friday don't count as the weekend, but I'll be counting as the weekend, y'all. But it's but other than that, I think I'm going to get off here now and just get ready to go to bed. Now y'all, don't y'all hate? I mean, sometimes if y'all yawn and y'all keep yawning, but yet you can't go to sleep. And so it's like, so y'all, I'm yawning, but it's like, I know I'm not sleepy yet, but this is my second time, or third time at least, yawning while I'm recording my podcast. But anyways, y'all, that must be a sign for me to get off here, because unless I can't remember, I know y'all probably like to hear my lovely voice, but since I don't have anything else to talk about, I'm going to go ahead, and probably it's going to be a short podcast tomorrow, unless some other stuff come up. I just thought about something else, but I'll save that topic tomorrow for probably tomorrow's podcast, instead of like trying to squeeze it in here, But anyways, y'all, hugs and loves, God bless, and I'll see y'all in the next one.